Hey, this is Keith with Beyond Raw, episode number 50. Gonna pop up a couple of quick episodes here, some recipe demos. I'm doing a demo for a meetup group that I'm involved with. First, I'm going to tell you where I've been. My last few videos I put up, I told you I was in LA. I spoke with Truth Calkins for about nearly 3 hours. I hung out at the tonic bar for about 3 hours. I didn't speak to him solidly the whole time. Got a lot of information about some of the areas I'm going with, trying to revive my essence, my youth, live longer, be healthier, look better at being closer to 50 than I am to 40. And so one of the areas that I knew that I'm going to get into, because these blogs are beyond raw food, it's the step beyond raw food, and so I'm a living science experiment. I don't care who's done what and I'm doing all this stuff on myself to find out what's the best key, because I don't really think that anybody's found it yet. You look at a lot of the older raw foodists, Victor Kolbinskas is the first one that comes to mind. Doesn't look really, like his spirit's really alive and everything, but in the face, he's got that sunken in cheek thing going on there. And I know he had a lot of years of abuse of coffee, which I have too, and I'm trying to rebuild all that. And I can tell you one of the things in my beyond raw food quest is I definitely believe that, especially now in this era with depleted topsoils and all that kind of stuff, that just eating a plain diet of just veggies veggies and fruit and nuts and just the food, no superfoods, no herbs, no supplements, no all of that stuff. It's just not going to cut it. Our topsoils are all depleted, some of your mineral-rich foods, unless foods that collect minerals, a lot of your leafy greens, your grasses and stuff like that. If you don't know that your soils have got the minerals in there at the beginning, then you don't know. So I've made the choice to do some things that are outside the raw food realm, and that is, a lot of that is being inspired by my hero idol, Truth Calkins, at this point. Looking at, why do I choose to look at him and respect him? Because he's getting results that I want. He's an artist. He looks very vibrant. He looks like he's getting better. The pictures you've seen of him on the best day ever, with some of the first ones from 2006. I've recently seen him a few times in the last couple months. I can tell you he looks better. He's 3 years older. He looks better. So that's why I'm doing that. So I am going beyond raw food, and I've got a couple new things going where I'm actually in the world of starting to take animal products, and we will get into the issues of karma. Maybe not in this video, maybe a little bit in this video. The first and most significant one that I've added to my my repertoire is deer antler essence. It's an extract, and it's an amazing thing. It's at the top of the Chinese system, and in terms of just the power that it has and the amazing things that it can do for you. It can rebuild nerves. It can definitely rebuild Jing. It's a yin. It's a Jing yang substance, as opposed to, say, something like Romania, which is a yin Jing. This is a yang Jing, and it's very rebuilding. It's I believe, from what I've heard about deer antler tonic, that there's only 2 other substances on the planet that have a thing in it that deer antler has, and as we've all heard from the little rant with Daniel Vitalis talking about deer antler, it's probably one of the best rants I've ever heard, talking about the fact that the deer with its antlers are one of the only mammals that generate a whole organ every season. So this has got some amazing stuff in it. So what that one element is a regrowing element, which only starfish and gecko lizards have to what we know of, and deer antler essence. So that's one thing I've added to my diet. Another thing I've added to my diet is minerals. I'm taking a lot more minerals, and Truth has been trying to get me to take this Omega Super Ionic stuff for a while. It's been a little bit, I really don't think it's pricey now that I look at it. It's a 4-ounce bottle. It's 29 bucks. This is Ocean Ionic Trace Minerals. So I knew I'm on a budget Truth, like when he makes a drink, when I got this down there, he made a drink that had 4 squirts of this stuff in there, and I'm taking just a squirt a day. So the other thing I did today when I was at the health food store is I picked up another mineral formula, which is a bigger one, and this is 29 bucks, just like this one. Of course, this one's got a lot more heavy hitting stuff going on, but this one's another good one. This one's old. It seems like a lot of people invented a lot of health food products at the turn of the century. This was made in 1920. This is an amazing one. I took a whole cap full of this stuff today. It's by T.J. Clark. Made me feel amazing. I'm telling you, the mineral supplementing is where it's at. I mean, I'm getting a lot of results from that. The other thing I'm doing, just to wrap this one up and get on with some of my recipe videos here, the other thing I'm doing is, again, from Truth Calkins, I am taking some raw animal products. A raw egg yolk is one thing I'm doing. I'm putting in smoothies or just dropping it into a salad or some stuff like that. And I'm only taking the yolk. So I separate the white part out and discard that, and then drop a yolk into like my salad dressings or one of my smoothies or something like that. The other thing I'm taking is raw yogurt. And again, I'm just experimenting with all these things to see, because I think after being a raw foodist for 25 years, which it will be this winter, I can tell you there's something missing. I think the complete raw vegan diet is very stripping. You know, it's detoxing, and you can get a lot of things operating right, but there's a whole essence thing with like the fats, the essential fatty acids that I guess if you're somebody that can spend $200–300 a day on some of the stuff like David Wolf takes every day, like marine phytoplankton and krill oil and a lot of these stuff, like I'm telling you right now, I can't afford to take that kind of stuff, so I'm moving over into the animal kingdom and taking a few things. I'm not changing my diet, I'm just adding just the smallest amount of stuff. And it's amazing what it's done for me already. My sex drive has gone exponential. I actually have like sexual urges again, 46, you know. A lot of people start losing that. My emotions, I feel a lot more steady. I feel, you know, the essential fatty acids, that's one of the things that it deals with, is a lot of your, the stabilization of you emotionally, and, you know, a lot of things to do with your nerves and stuff like that. Like I was getting that kind of shaky thing sometimes, like especially with being occasionally a coffee drinker still. Those, I was just feeling kind of lightheaded, I think, for the last couple of years. In comparison to where I'm at now, I've been taking some of these raw animal products for a couple of weeks now, and I feel a lot. I like the way it makes me feel, so we'll keep checking out how it's feeling. The other thing I've added to my diet is fish oil. There's something that Truth recommended that I took way out of my price range, so I went with Barlean's fish oil. It's omega-3. It's got EPA and DHA, and so anyways, I discovered that this stuff was amazing from having a relentless source of what's the plant? Purslane. I took a lot of that over the summer, and then when I wound up getting into where the purslane was deficient, I noticed that my cheeks started getting sunken again. So I'm trying to go at this again, and I noticed that I'm filling out again. So anyways, that's where my diet's changed right now. This is Keith with Beyond Raw Food number 50. It's my 50th episode, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.